Hello everybody, my name is Swimdude11 here, and welcome back to Super Mario Bros. DS. Last time we went over the first half of World 1, and to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting this to do so well. Was just a simple, it was only the first episode, but yeah, I'm really surprised that it did really well. But anyways, let's talk about the mini mushroom. So the mini mushroom, it's a new power-up in this game. It's actually pretty goddamn shit if I'm being honest, but you can run on water, you can walk on water like Jesus, so there's that. Okay, let's be honest, the mini mushroom sucks ass. Besides the floaty jump, you can't kill anything. You are one-hit vulnerable. This power is a power down than a power up. Bet you haven't heard that joke before. Yeah, and by the way, you need a ground pound on enemies to actually do actual damage, by the way. So yeah. Oh, and while you're mini, you cannot, I repeat, cannot pick up things either. So let's get back up big so we can actually start finding the rest of these secrets. Never mind, I guess we'll stay small. But yeah, so from here we have the star coins again. Again, most of the star coins here are pretty easy to find for the first couple of worlds, for at least World 1 and 2. I will admit that once you get past those two worlds, the star coins can come a bit more difficult, but that's if you're not paying attention and looking around every corner for a secret. But yeah, going off from that point here, we have something else here, something magical. It will happen at 1902. That isn't until a bit more time, but yeah. Yeah, the mini mushroom. Mini mushroom was, yeah, basically here, a new power-up and a new thing. So that makes 3 power-ups that we have now, well, not fully covered just yet, but we have one more power-up that I still need to talk over about. But yeah, the mini mushroom is a hit or miss. It's good for a challenge run for sure, but yeah, nothing too much to add there for the mini mushroom. Of course, if you haven't noticed, I will be keeping one in my side bar the entire time for 2 reasons. 1, I want to make this game as challenging as possible, and 2, the mini mushroom, it's actually kind of absurd how many rooms there are for the mini mushroom. Yeah, so we're gonna need to hold our power up on that, but World 1-4 is technically the world to get your stock supplies of mini mushrooms. Thankfully, they allow you to do that versus having to hit a pink up block every time. Unfortunately, we also, the blue shell. I was kind of hoping to get the blue shell, because that is the final power-up that I haven't talked about yet. But we will be, talking about that a bit later. For the time being, we have new enemy varieties. Sharks! Legitimate sharks in Mario. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw this, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, I was not expecting sharks of all things to be here, because when you get down to the water level first, you see sheeps, and I was like, oh, cool, it's just gonna be a normal, water level, and then I just saw those sharks, and I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, then from there you have the bouncy platforms. That's another thing. I almost missed a star coin there. I almost got crushed in the process, and we almost missed another star coin. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about the first water level being a fudging auto scroller, but for what it is one of the first not secret worlds, but you do have to unlock it towards path, so technically it's a secret path. And the Starman makes an appearance again. Throughout the levels, you'll find certain blocks that will have 5 of the power-ups. The mushroom, the fire flower, the mini mush, the blue shell, and the Starman. And yeah, unfortunately you can't get a mega mushroom from there. The only way is how you can get a mega mushroom in your actual inventory slot is going to buy one of those toad houses to get those. But we'll be showing that off a lot later, because I got some really fun plans for those. But remember, once you use one of those houses, they're gone forever. So yeah, you only have so many of those big mushroom houses, unfortunately. So use them sparingly. But of course, I will be showing those off a lot later, and maybe as a bonus episode, we go back and use all those big mushroom houses and use it as a way to kill all the unique bosses and have fun with it. That's an ideal, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But now we are heading on to World 1.5. But also, if you didn't notice that when you are running towards the timer and you notice the timer's matched up with all the correct numbers, like 111, you'll get a mushroom house. And yeah, now here, as you can see, is the introduction to the blue shell. The blue shell is a very interesting item to use, that's for sure. The ideal here is that you're a chaotic force, basically. The moment you start running, you'll go right inside your cell and start spinning like a Koopa shell would when you're throwing it. And from there, it's up to you to, well, basically control it. It is chaotic fun, and yeah. But yeah, for the most part here, yeah. Also, if you hear past me in the back there, it's me saying yes, I finally made it and shit, because I actually did die a couple of times here when trying to get the blue shell here. Because the blue shell, the moment you start running with the blue shell, you will go into the shell thing, and you can't really control your movement from there, so it can be chaotic fun. Let's just put it at that. Still, I love the blue shell because of that chaotic. So now, let's, so unfortunately, this is the cannon room, and this will take us to World 5, but I don't want that. So, after waiting for 3 minutes later, we also are going to see, not the game over screen, but we will be seeing the timeout screen here. Time up. So yeah, like 3 minutes of waiting later just to die, just so I didn't have to do the World 5 thing. Which kind of sucks, because once you enter a cannon world, you kind of either have to wait for that time to fucking die out, or go into the cannon and then ruin things. I was like saying, if you're playing this on your own, it's no matter what, but for content's sake, I didn't want to do that until we got there. So yeah, we'll visit one of those cannon rooms again later on when we get to that area, just to show you how it is. I might just do it in World 4 just to show you the context of it, or not, I don't know. But yeah, so up to that point here, we have the Bouncy Mushrooms. This is a new platform, which is super bouncy. We saw this in, I would say in a later level, not later level, but in the past level, but it only had like one platform, and there wasn't much to it. So yeah, the Bouncy Mushroom is as spawned. You can just bounce on it and you can get greater height. I think it makes good for a level or so. it looks like we're in the air and everything, or way above high, so that explains when falling to your death. Yeah, why you fall to your death. But yeah, nothing too hard. We're almost done here. There's some 4 blocks. Those are a bunch of coins right there. And if you can actually stay steady, you actually can get a mushroom out of this. Unfortunately, the mushroom decided to go the other way, but we did get a 1-up. And then we lost that 1-up immediately. Anyways, a little bit time later, I got through it again. I just sped run through the, well, part of the level just to do it again, but yeah, nothing to it. I also think I got another firework, which means I think I got another Toad House, but because a Toad House is already there at the beginning, another one will not spawn, unfortunately. Oh, by the way, with the 1-up mushrooms, instead of guessing which one should be the Bowser head, I'm gonna keep going straight forth and see how far I can get. So far, I'm not gonna lie, I've had so much terrible luck. I have not gotten past the 3rd block yet. For some reason, that fucking Bowser head is in the 2nd block every goddamn time, and you'll be seeing that later on, but yeah. Now that I've shown everything in World 1, let's finally get to the castle level. Castle levels. So when you get to a castle level, you will get to a unique boss. In Super Mario Bros. DS, the bosses here are unique. Also, lava is hot, so you will die. But in Super Mario Bros. DS, and only in Super Mario Bros. DS, are the bosses in the castle at the final level in the world, have unique bosses. I cannot say that for the other 3 games, because they are the fudging Koopalings. But granted, Super Mario Bros. Wii gets a pass on that because it was the first time re-seeing the Koopalings. It's just then Nintendo kept using them over and over and over and over, and then they made their way into Mario and Luigi's Paper Jam, and yeah. And at that point, I was really fucking sick and tired of the Koopalings. They even made it into fucking Paper Mario Color Splash as well. And trust me, if it kept going on, they probably would have made it into Paper Star Sticker Stars beforehand. Oh, by the way, that's a pretty clever pipe right there. Totally missed that on my first playthrough, that's for sure. Really nice hidden pipe right there, but yeah. So, if the statues haven't given it away yet, who do you think our first boss is going to be? If you said Bowser, good for you. Good for you. But yeah, so easy enough, jump over him. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure you jump onto the platform beforehand. Also, this. What the F, Nintendo? What the F? We just watched Bowser drown in lava. And we just watched his skin melt. Also, hey Fear, what the fudge are you doing in this video? Why can't you do it with your left?
My hand is wet.
Oh.
I've had my hand in a bucket for an hour.
Okay, then why can't you use your right hand?
I just can't.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Wow, I can do it both. Wow.
No, it's like you have 2 hands and I only have one.
Okay, now that that's over with, funny enough, you can beat Bowser in another way, the Fire Flower. If you have the Fire Flower on you, you can, basically burn Bowser to that again. Also, you can watch him die again as he loses his own skin in lava. That is horrifying. Ugh, that gave me chills the first time I saw that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and next time we'll be heading on to World 2.